on the first round to hit into the B side. That last round, no idea because he got stopped right on mid. But what I'm trying to get to is that I feel that Gen G will have to start pulling these stars out a little bit faster, or at least early into the round against Boy, so they could actually rescale back into that mid control. So that playstyle of trying to explode is not going to work out here for Gen G.
We'll see how they place those. There are their own few towards mid, so they can get some safe peeks. And 100 Thieves on their side, using a quick Sky Flash towards A, doing some things just to suss out if anybody could be there. And we see a quick rotation from Ethan now over to mid. They're trying to read this as Kusta throws up a wall. A lot of util here, but not too much action yet. Vance, Nature is looking to make that impact on the site. Still no frags. The 5v5 retake, hardly ever seen here on Split.
This is going to be insane here.
Oh my word.
So 100 Thieves on his Spectres all across the board. I mean, you have like, what, 1 star left here for Boy to try to help out to retake the site. But Ethan potentially will have a flash soon as they trailblaze towards the back. But Kusta, he's watching his flank.
This is scary because you leave that out. I guess not. I thought they were going to try to pinch him in and get a Vandal for themselves. But Kusta's going to be able to stay alive and stay alone, as now it's going to be worked downstairs into sight. Nature here holding just on that top ramp side. Kusta has the rear. I'm going to have double flank protection here as well, and this is going to be a tough one for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, at this point for Ethan, maybe it's just to look for some econ damage if he can. Successful with the first one. Hiko at that point will potentially save the rest, and you see, there you go, Ethan's running into that one. Try to do a bit more, and that's going to be it. So at least Gen G, they get the first run onto the board. Yep. Unfortunately, Nature dies to that as well, so that's great econ damage at the same time on the end of 100 Thieves. But now you're also seeing here, they did have a small change of pace to only have Kusta on his own on mid side, putting up that wall. So these type of like executions into walling up towards ropes could be fully denied right away. Why? Again, paint shells and the gravity well from that mid-side control for 100 Thieves. So any type of those walls going in from the ropes could be broken right away, which means that the utility from Kusta gets immediately expended.
Yeah, that's got to be recognized as well, right? 100 Thieves has to play off that, understand what's being done. 3 stars here for Gen G over towards mid, with one of those becoming a Nebula. And you see the quick draw back and dismiss here over towards A. So a lot of just figuring out where each other are without doing that. And the end of their rifles, the guiding lights being a big help there from Ethan.
And the wall started off aggressively on mid side on defense to potentially show the hand of 100 Thieves that from round to round they might try to fight back on the mid side instead of going for that combination, right? But if you're looking at everything else that's currently being set from Gen G, they look for some early control towards his A side just to default things out, just to pull out rotations, and also to utilize these stars that were placed at the beginning from Boy. What does he have left? Not much, as we're finally trying to re-hit towards mid for Gen G.
And you have an op for Nitro. He is hard holding that angle towards B. So no info there. It's going to come from mid or A right now. 100 Thieves knows at least that. Did they just wall him in?
This is perfect.
That is so smart.
Yeah, because the wall is going to be hurt potentially from Hiko right now, but they're still pitching back on the A side for Gen G, so this could be a late flank later on coming in from Sean. This is nice. This is nice.
Hides in there. Little cat and mouse trick. If anybody tries to rotate through, they have a present and a surprise waiting. Nature straight up and down as he just does a rainbow rocket pack. And now it's going to be a few hits. The guiding light comes up huge. That was a great flash coming in from Ethan as he went down in the situation. And 100 Thieves was starting to thwart everything. It was no rotation needed there. And Sean was not able to come up with a flank. Everything happened too fast in sight, but you still got to love the idea. It's really cheeky.
Oh, yeah. And with this comp right now, we mentioned at the beginning, right, where you don't have a Sky coming out from Sean anymore when they're trying to take a site. Yes, he's got Leers with the Reyna, but
so hard.
He's playing the Reyna alert pretty much at this point, as we like to as we like to meme from time to time, right? But when you're looking at that type of position, the map position from Boy in the back of the A site, if there's none of those guided lights to try to push him out or try to blind him, you need to utilize something else in the back there. So now that GMD is also in his roster playing that Astra, I want to see these stars on that A site to disrupt and push Boy out from behind map.
Nitro was not seen there last time. Why not play the same spot? Collateral through the head! Oh, straight through the neck, rises up to the face. He's taken out 3 already, and now they continue to push into B. They're just going to find Kusta here to take him out. rounds are easily won if they're ecos, but when you deal with an impact like that, it adds a little bit of intensity to your opponents, and they're going to feel that one from the power of Nitro.
I'm at least happy right now from Gen G's perspective that on an eco, they're like, hey, we haven't really tried to look into B where Nitro's really playing. This is now the first time that they realize that Nitro's playing the op. So there's two things that could happen right now too. Is that Nitro, they could start rotating him around in different spots to op in different spots, which you see right now. He's opping towards the A side. So Gen G's going to have to cycle around the map so far just to try to avoid it if they can't take him down early.
This is the first time we've seen all of Gen G now over towards that A site. How do they play it? Nitro's hit. Nitro stays. He's going to get that dart out of him real quick from the Cypher cam of Temperature here as they start to move up. These are both cages for Temperature. They want to execute on this one. Nature does get it. That's what we missed last time.
Oh my God.
Nitro misses this time. Nature takes him down. The 5v4s, they get to the site. Elbows protected. Ramp is walled. In Vans, it's 100 Thieves retake.
I can't believe that he still got that kill. He satchel charged into the site with his knife out, and Nature pulls it out, does a 180 for that kill. So you see at least a satchel movement, and look at that. This is what we want on this retake. Pushing out the map position, but at least for 100 Thieves.
That's a great pinch. They know everybody's on the left side due to that last utility used by 100 Thieves coming out of heaven. Not so much now that they've lost eyes on the site, but it's going to be the take.
Boom.
Asuna in, 2, 3, 4. That's what they needed.
Oh my
more.
God.
100 Thieves with the instant Shakana retake.
You're trying to give some breathing room for Gen G to play some pulse plans. That is not going to happen. 100 Thieves, they did a perfect job just to cycle and pinch everybody into elbow. Because I mentioned it before, right? I think it was pain shells on top of a snake bite in the back of map. Nobody's going to play behind there. Sneakers to come out. The showstopper to get rid of the flower pot. And now you're just able to pinch from screens and also from main site, knowing where the last players are for Gen G's in there. You just line up because it's just easy kills going on there for 100 Thieves.
Vans, that's the kind of stuff you love to see. Teams should have executions for retakes and site takes. That was an execution on the retake to take that. Awesome stuff to see. Gen G put back a little bit after that one, having the spike planted, and so many in sight are back onto Spectres, but they do have their showstopper available.
Half buy coming in now for Gen G, and they're still trying to figure out where they could play this Nitro. So I like that they're smoking the beginning, and that's the first shot rang. Are we going to pull back now for Gen G, or we're still going to try to go for it?
And like you said, Nitro continues to stay mobile, omnipresent with the op at the beginning of the map. We talked about his first bloods, and he pulls up another one here in round 7 as they start to trade back and forth at B Heaven. Mailroom is a mess, and the spike is there right now, along with Kusta. Where did they decide to go? The res is still there. Do they wait? Do they res? They figure out where the opponents are, where the danger is, and Kusta realizes he has no chance to res anybody right there.
But it's an open site, right? So he can slowly get into the A site. He's got the spike, so you don't really want to res at the same time, but you need to react a little bit faster. Keeping Sean right now into B site and having Temperature rotate all the way back with Kusta.
This is great.
This is huge, exactly.
This is so good from Gen G to just play off the ball where Sean is making noise.
And plan for Heaven right now, because if Temperature, or Sean, sorry, is able to stay alive, he's going to be the late flank and rotate on A Heaven, where it's planted for him perfectly.
Do they have a cam to set up? It's not going to actually be there just yet. Still on B. Hasn't pulled it back, so they're just working off of what they see and what's in front of them. All 3 members, 100 Thieves, staying in stride as they take it from the screen side. Nobody in sight. They're using action of Asuna, or Nitro rather, into the site to make this work for themselves. Both are all scattered at every end of A site for that Gen G defense. There's one coming in from another one from Kusta. He comes up huge with the Battle Sage. And it's got to be the defuse for Nitro right out in the open. After they peek him, they do, and that's going to be the round for Gen G. They stop the bleeding, they take another one back, and they bring us to 8.
That was the most important neural theft coming out there from Temperature to get that information in the end. And I was going to tell you guys, chat, put the -8 on across in the chat because we saw it off screen, but the instant that the showstopper came out from Nature on mid side to try to create space into B was fully nullified by who yet again? Then the operator, Nitro, as that jet to really foil the plans in the beginning. So that was nice, but the adaptation in the end to get the kill and get the neural theft and really rotate it in the right spots for Gen G was nice. Money is right for both ends. Gun round coming in.
A little more aggressive first contact as he plays up on the box with the ability to dash out. And look where you have Hiko as well, ready to help Nitro on the tail end if he does get hit by any of Gen G.
Shoot dash.
Shoot dash, indeed. Will it happen? Just a few more seconds. 3, 2, almost another collapse. Doesn't
He did.
dash on this.
2 HP on Kusta.
Oh, he does. Yes, you're right. Good call. Knows he had to look for where the gravity wells could be and dove out a little bit later with the beautiful smoke there coming in from Hiko. And Gen G now thinking of how they could work this. They get that res back in, easily played. And you know what? They found Nitro.
Yep.
So almost a big win there because he has to move, and now they separate where they could be from him. It's kind of like what we heard Hiko saying. It's like, just avoid the good player. Sorry, that was Nitro.
Yeah.
Saying just avoid the good player.
Unseen
They're
it.
doing the same thing exactly.
And now it's a double mind game, right? Because now we know for Gen G, the offers towards B, they kill Noise, they rotate out Nitro, then they're going to re-hit B later on right now. But there's still a late alert from Kusta. He who got late earlier on, they forced a res at the beginning for 100 Thieves, which was a great win, but now you're guessing once again.
30 seconds left.